Welcome back to the LionHeart podcast, where we learn the heart of a lion in this jungle we call life. We're back at it. It's been a little while, but we got another podcast out. So look, if you're a returning listener, I know it's been a few months since I dropped one of these. I'm talking probably almost half a year. It's been a hot minute. There's a lot of things I've been trying to figure out on the route that I wanted to go on a lot of things. And I decided to focus and put a lot more attention on the podcast side of everything and do what I got to do with this side. But yeah, so welcome back. If you're a returning listener, I appreciate you for returning back. If this is your first time listening, then this podcast is all about becoming the best versions of ourselves. Basically, the way I want you guys to think of it is everything that I learn along the way that I pick up, I'm basically just returning it back to you. That's literally all it is. So everything that I pick up in life, I'm taking it and giving it back to you guys. So as you can see by the title, be the best you. I feel like a lot of people have expectations of different things nowadays because they look at everybody else, right? Nowadays, everybody's online. We have social media. You have Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, all these different things. And you're constantly seeing what everybody else's life is like. Especially, a lot of people look up to all these famous people or these people who portray that they have some kind of like travel life or have money or something. And people look up to these people and want to have that kind of life. But I feel like what people don't realize is that everybody's different in this world, right? Everybody has a different path of which they need to take, and it takes for you to figure out what it is that you need to do. But there are a few little basic things that you need to put up front in order to just have those quick change arounds, right? Be the best you to be able to just reach your full potential. So today we're going to go over like some basic things that you can just start from the ground up. If you're right now in a situation where you're nowhere where you want to be, right? Maybe you're in a situation where you're without a job, you're broke, you have no money, you're trying to figure out what to do with your life, you don't know where to go from here, then this is for you, right? This is for like the start up, the beginning, a few little things that you can start from the beginning to be able to just start working your way up to the top of where it is that you're trying to get to. So let's dive straight into it. Number one, I have some notes on the side, so if you ever see me take a look at the side, that's what I'm looking at, just so I know what I'm talking about and I'm not just going off the top of my head, because I will start just ranting all over the place. So, number one, stand up straight. This is one of the most important things that you might not even realize that you're doing that could be just killing your entire vibe, your entire energy throughout the day. If you're constantly hunched over and your back is constantly just like this, you're going to feel like crap all the time. Let's just be honest. You're going to... Sorry, it's cold out. It's getting cold outside. I went for a run. And it got to me. But anyways, if you're constantly hunched over, you're not standing up straight, then you're not gonna ever feel any good. The reason I know about this mostly is because I also have a really bad back. My back is all messed up. I gotta try to get it fixed up. So I have a bad tendency to hunch over myself. But I have to make a constant decision to be able to stand up with my back straight, because this does a few different things. First of all, it just allows you to feel good, period. Right? If I remember correctly, I saw a study that shows that like when you are standing up straight, it actually increases your testosterone as a man. It makes you feel better. You feel more confident. There's a lot of things that it does. So it just makes you feel better, period, when you're standing up straight. You feel more confident because you're not hunched over. When you're hunched over, this is not a position of confidence and dominance. This is a position of submissiveness and I don't know what I'm doing. But when you're sitting up straight, you're standing up straight, it shows that you know what you're doing. Even if you don't know what you're doing, it portrays that you do. So, and second of all, kind of going hand in hand with that, it portrays confidence to the people around you. Whether it is that you're looking for a partner, whether it is that you're doing for business, whatever you're doing, when you stand up straight, it portrays that you have a confidence about yourself, that you know what you're doing, a sense of dominance over a lot of things. And by dominance, I don't mean like, oh, I'm dominant, I'm better than you. No, I mean just simply have that masculine type of feel to you. So it's important to stand up straight. This is something very basic and something you could fix immediately right now. But I'm telling you, if you start paying attention to this, then this is something that can make you feel better 100% right away. And one tip, do not use the things that pull your back together. I don't know what they're called, but I used to wear them myself. But until recently, well, not until recently, I haven't worn it in a long time, but recently I found out that those things are actually really bad for you because they basically make the muscles that you need for your back worsen. So it just makes it worse and harder for you to stand up straight. So don't use those things. Just practice yourself. First of all, if you're not in the gym or you're not working out or anything like that, then do that. Work out your back. Try to strengthen up your muscles and everything, your core and all that stuff, because that's going to help you out. And then second, just pay attention. If you ever find yourself slouching during the day, pick your shoulders up, stand up straight, and put your back up. Like I said, this is not something I perfected. I got a bad back, so it hurts all the time. It feels constantly uncomfortable, but this is something I always have to work on myself, on trying to make sure that I'm standing up straight. But I'm telling you, this will make a big difference, even though it's such a small change. Second, I want you to have the I am mindset instead of I will be. So instead of thinking, oh, I will be this, or I will be that, I will be rich, I will have a nice house, I will be a good person, I will be this, I will be that. I want you to instead say, I am rich. I already do have this house. I do have this house. I will be this person. I am a great person. I want you to start having the I am mindset. The reason is because this goes with a fundamental thing. There's a book that I was reading recently called Atomic Habits, and it goes over this in it when it comes to your habits. You want to not just shift the outside perspective of everything, but instead you want to shift your identity. Sorry, I completely lost it. You want to shift your identity to that kind of person. For example, not, oh, I want to go for a run, but instead, I am a runner. You want to have that kind of mindset, because when you start shifting your identity to I am this person instead of I want to be or I will be, then you already shifted your identity. You made yourself that thing. Then as long as you stay in step with those habits that will make you that, then you're going to have that identity and you're going to shift that identity to that thing. So I don't know if that makes sense, but for example, let's say you want to have a successful business. You don't want to say, oh, I will start my business. I will do this. I will that. You want to shift your identity to I am a business owner. Boom. Now you got your business set in place. You have the habits in order to be able to grow a good business. You're no longer thinking I will be this or I will have a successful business, but you think I am a successful business owner. And boom, you shifted your identity to that thing that you want to be. This is one of the most important things when it comes to forming habits, as it shows in that book, Atomic Habits, but also just in life in general. You don't want to have that I will be or that kind of mindset, because you're not shifting your identity. That means you don't believe that you truly are that thing. But if you have the I am mindset, thinking I am this, I will be, not I will be. We just talked about that, right? I am this. Then it shows that you have that identity already. And obviously, you can't just say it, oh, I am rich, and then do nothing about it. No, you got to do stuff about it, obviously. But you want to have that identity, because at the end of the day, it's an identity. You can have a lot of money and still have a poor mindset. So it's all about the identity that you form, the actions that you take, and what it is that you do to attain that thing. So just shift your perspective. Instead of I will be this or I will do this, think I am. I am doing this. I am this kind of person. Whatever it is, fill in the blank, or whatever it is that you're trying to be, right? You have to shift your identity. Shift from I am to, shift to I am instead of I will be. This would be a good mindset change that will help you to be able to just go throughout your life in a different kind of way, because you'll start shifting your identity into the person that you already want to be. Number 3, simple enough. Once again, kind of like straightening out your back. Clean yourself up. This is such a big thing. Even in the mornings, man, if you're not showering, I've had times where I don't do that. You don't feel great when you don't shower in the morning. When you're not clean, you know that you feel musty, you feel sweaty, you don't feel good. You're not going to feel good the rest of the day. Like, this is like the fundamentals. You want to clean yourself up, right? Take a shower, have a skincare routine, do whatever it is that you need to do in the morning, but have a process in the morning where you're cleaning yourself up. Because, come on, if you're trying to pick yourself up out of a bad situation, or you're trying to start from the beginning, if you're not even doing this step, then that's a problem. Because not only are you going to feel it and not feel your greatest throughout the day, but other people are going to pick up around it too. Whether you smell bad, whether you just look like you just roll out of your bed, you look like you haven't done anything, you're still wearing pajamas, whatever it may be, people are going to be able to tell. So clean yourself up. Like have a routine, right? Make sure that you have a good body wash, like something that's going to make you smell good. Make sure that you have shampoos and conditioners for your hair, depending on what you have. Obviously, depending on your hair type and all that kind of stuff is a different conversation. But make sure you have what you need to have. Make sure you have a skincare routine to wash your face, to be able to have a moisturizer. And if you want to go into the other things like a toner and all this different kind of stuff. And then make sure you have a fragrance to put at the end. Like all these things, when you smell good, when you're clean, you're going to feel good. And for that reason, you're going to end up doing good things. But on the other hand, if you just roll out of bed and you just go out about it, you haven't taken a shower, you smell bad, you look like you just roll out of bed. First of all, you're going to feel like crap, so you're not going to do anything productive. And like I said, people are also going to notice it on you. So this is something very important if you're trying to start from the bottom and to fix everything up. If you're not doing this, this is one of the basics. Make sure that you have a way to clean yourself up. Have a routine in the morning. Like, make sure you clean yourself, but wash yourself in the morning. This is such a big thing that I know there's a lot of people who don't do it. And I know I've done it in the past, and that's the reason I know how it feels when you don't do it. So make sure that you have a routine. Do what you got to do. Clean yourself up. This is a big thing that will make you feel either really good throughout the day or make you feel like absolute crap throughout the day and get nothing done. You choose. Also, set your living space in order. So obviously, makes sense, right? If you want to have a clear mind and a mind of knowing what you need to do and getting things done, then you need to have a clean environment around you. Meaning, if you have your own apartment, clean your apartment, right? Wash the dishes, clean your room, make your bed, clean the bathroom, do what you got to do. If you're living with somebody and you just have a room, then clean your room, do what you got to do. But try to have a good environment to where you're able to have a clear head. If your house, your apartment is all a mess, you got stuff thrown everywhere, the dishes are overflowing in the sink, you got trash all over the place, you got pizza boxes on the floor, like, what do you expect? Your living area is going to be an extension of how your mind is able to function. So if your living area is trash and everything's all over the place, then you're not going to be able to focus up here either, mentally. You're going to be all over the place, you're going to be thinking like trash, just to put it blunt. Right, if your house is all a mess and your apartment's all a mess, then it's going to be the same thing inside your head. So you have to focus on this. You need to put your living space in order. And like I said, everybody might have a different living space. You might have your own apartment. You might have your own house. You might have, a studio. You might just have your room. You might be living with your parents or something. Whatever situation you may be in, just keep yourself organized, right? Because the way your living space is, that's an extension of you. So if it's a mess and it's always all over the place, cluttered and everything, that's the same way it's going to be within your mind. So you got to fix that. This is one of the beginning things that you need to fix in order to be able to start getting out of that rut or getting out from the bottom and start making it somewhere. So these are little things that you got to start doing, right? Make sure that your living space is in order because it's an extension of you. And last but not least, get out and exercise. I remember hearing this in a Better Ideas video as well, but he mentioned about exercising and doing this as kind of like a pill that allows you to have more energy throughout the day. So if you're looking for that pill that just makes you have a burst of energy throughout the day where you feel good, you feel like you can get anything done, you feel like you have more energy than you usually are even though you're tired, the secret pill in order to receive that is to work out, whatever it may be. Going to the gym, whether you like playing a sport, going out for a run, whatever it is that you want to do, make sure it's something that you enjoy and something that you can stay consistent with. But this is the superpower. I've been through times where I'm not working out, and I've been through times where I'm working out consistently. There's a big difference. I'm telling you right now. When I'm not working out, I feel like crap. I have no energy throughout the day. I just feel like I feel like my body just doesn't look good. There's a lot of mental things that play along when you're not working out and when you don't feel good. And like I said, I also feel a lot more fatigued. I feel like I have no energy throughout the day. And it sounds counterintuitive. You would think that if you're working out, you're going running, you're sweating and everything, you would think that it would make you feel more tired. But actually, it's the exact opposite. Whenever you work out and do all these things, then your body understands that it needs more energy throughout the day in order to be able to withstand that and also go about everything else. So you end up having more energy than you did in the past. This is the secret superpower. And times when I am working out consistently and staying on top of everything, I feel great. I went for a run earlier, and I accidentally ran the wrong route, so I ended up running a lot longer than I meant to. But I'm telling you what, right now, I was exhausted at that time, but right now, I feel good. I feel calm. I feel relaxed. I feel like I can get things done. It's a superpower whenever you're working out, doing whatever it is that you need to do. I'm telling you right now, if you want that superpower to have more energy throughout the day, just to feel good, to look good, work out. Do whatever it is that you want to do. And the thing is, I feel like a lot of people feel like there's only one direction to go. They think I need to go to the gym 6 days a week in order to work out and feel good. That's not true. You need to find a routine that works for you. So whatever works for you. Right now, my routine right now, I switched it up because I was trying to find a routine that was able to work with my schedule and work with what I needed to do. And I needed something that I was able to have like an extreme intense exercise within a short amount of time, because I have a lot of other stuff that I got to take care of throughout the day too. So the situation that I come up with now is running 3 days a week and then working out full body 3 days a week. And then I have 1 day for a rest day on Saturdays. That's the routine that I put into practice that is working for me. And guess what? I feel good. I feel like I have a lot of energy throughout the day. I feel like I can get things done. This is the most important thing. Like, I'm telling you right now, if you want that superpower, have more energy, strength, you look good, you feel good, work out. Whatever it is that you want to do, work out. There's not one specific way. Do whatever it is that you want to do. If you want to play a sport, play a sport. Do what you got to do to work out. So, anyways, this is the end of the notes. How long we been running here? Almost 20 minutes, so that's not bad. So these are the little things right now to be the best you, right? This is kind of the stuff to just work out of that, the little funk that you might be in, or just to get out of the bottom period. I don't know who's listening to this, but I know that some people need this. I needed this at one point in my life. These different things to be able to start getting myself out of that rut. But it takes for you to make the decision to get yourself out of that. You can listen to podcasts. You can listen to YouTube videos of self-improvement on Instagram, all these different things, all you want. But if you're not putting anything into action, then what's the point? You're just wasting time. You're making yourself think that you're doing something with watching self-improvement content, but in the end of the day, you're not doing absolutely anything. So make sure that you put this stuff into practice. Don't just listen and just throw it out the window and go to the next video. No, take the time now to start putting this into practice. If you don't have a clean house, then clean your house up. If you don't have a clean room, don't clean your room up. If you haven't been exercising, put that into practice. Whatever it is that you want to do, come up with a plan to be able to do that. If you're not standing up straight, you've been hunching over, fix that. If you've had the wrong mindset of the I will be this and I will be that and nothing's happening, then change your identity to I am this and start putting the action behind it. There's things you can start doing right now to start changing your life around, but it's up to you to take action. Nobody else can take the action for you, right? Nobody can. There's not going to be a savior in your life that comes and be like, oh, whatever your name is, I'm going to save your life. Come on, let's go. It's not going to happen. Especially most of the people listening to this are men. It's not going to happen. As a man, you got to make things happen, right? I'm a firm believer in God. There's a quote that I love, and I've heard it a few different times, and I like it a lot. Pray like it's up to God, but work like it's up to you. You got to put in the work. You got to put in the work. Simple as that. Nobody's going to give you a handout. You got to take it. So, like I said, when it comes to this kind of stuff, especially anybody who's like a self-improvement junkie watching all these videos, make sure that you put things into action, or there's no point in watching any of this stuff. You got to put in the action. So, I appreciate you guys for listening. We're back at it. I'm going to try to have these out every week from now on. I know it's kind of been sporadic how it's been. I started this podcast, I think like a year and a half ago or somewhere around there. It might have been before that. I don't remember. But anyways, I don't even know what episode this is. But anyways, the point is we're back on it. I'm going to be trying to put these out once a week. I know I've said that plenty of times, but I'm going to try to stay on top of it. But the problem is it's just I don't want to put these out if I don't have anything in mind to talk about. I don't want to just be rambling on and give you guys nothing. So I'm going to be trying to read books and do what I got to do and just see what throughout life to be able to give you guys some things that I've learned throughout my life. But I appreciate you guys for listening. If you're a returning listener, I appreciate it. If this is your first time, check out the other podcasts. Like I said, this is all about self-improvement. You can see over time everything that I picked up on and everything that I've learned. And we're just going to keep growing from here on. So appreciate you guys for listening. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Peace.